Yo, my people, welcome to another episode of the Music Lifestyle Culture podcast. Now, today's a bit special. My sis not here, Esther. Big up the baller, do you get me? Nah, I'm joking. Esther, you know man love you get me? But I just had to get the mandem in, you get me? So, it's been a big reunion on Clubhouse. So, I had to get my brother, Kojo, Ty, Smokez.
Come on.
Welcome, my people. What's going on?
Man? Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for having us.
Big up, man.
100%, man. It
Listen,
needs to happen. You get
this
me?
one's different. The floor is the mandem, so we're going with it. We're doing a whole club. This is Clubhouse. There's no topics that we're just flowing. You get me?
It's real.
Yeah, man. You got. Hey.
Yeah, trust me.
on deck right now.
Listen,
Smokez got the magazine.
listen. See me, cuz I said this cup's got to take me through this podcast right now. Still, you get me? Yeah, G, you got me. Yeah, cool.
I just want to do a little intro, innit? I want to firstly, I want Kojo to intro himself. What does he do? Anyone that don't know, man's big brother, Ty, Smokez, what you lot do, you get me? And then we just go from there.
Yeah, man, stand-up comedian. I write films and make films as well. Just comedian, really just helped a lot of comedians come true. Done Wild and Out as well in the Canada for 3 seasons.
Sick.
Toured with Chappelle, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart. And I got my book out later on this year around September called All Jokes Aside, where I just really let people in, man. So I'm looking forward to getting that released.
How long did it take for the book to come together?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, do you know what it was? When my son was coming, when I knew my son was coming, I was like, I want to get all of my trauma out.
Yeah.
Before he comes. Yeah. And I don't want to, because sometimes our trauma is subconscious, isn't it? It's not, of course. Sometimes it's not just in front of you, it's just there though. Yeah. And it's energy, and I just didn't want to put none of that around him. I wanted to kind of just be free from that. Yeah. So that was the motivation in writing it, and also Kevin Hart's book as well. I read Kevin Hart's book.
Raw.
Yeah, his book. And that book changed my life, bro. Yeah. It changed my life because sometimes when we're going through stuff, you have to hear a next man's story to realize that, I like my problems. My problems are all right still, you get me? And sometimes you need that perspective. I love reading autobiographies. I don't really read fiction or motivational books. I just like investing in people, and it lets you see that you got the same chapters as them, but just different orders.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. So here to have a good time with the mandem still.
I know you've inspired a lot of up and coming comedians, and even what you're saying there, bro. 3 years. That is blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, bro.
Literally.
I had to leave after. Like, I think the biggest gap I had in writing was like 6 months, because I got to a part in the book where it was just too deep for man to keep writing, and that's how real it is. You get me? So for me, it was just like, let me just leave it alone, not think about that again, and then kind of come back to it fresh.
But when you was writing it, is it just past, or was you putting current stuff in as well?
Yeah. No, it starts from my very first memory at 3 years old to about to go on tour. My first UK tour after Britain's Got Talent. Shit. So you're talking about 40 years of
That's a big.
Of a mindset, you get me? So yeah, man. Yeah. Excited for everyone to read it soon.
Sick, man. Ty. Landlord Ty. What? Yo, dog. Get me.
Man, they're trying to hit me this landlord talk now.
Ty, you get me?
Man, trying to hit me this landlord talk now.
Hey,
get me?
you know it's furlough. Furlough, bro.
Man said he needs furlough. He needs to stop the
Hey, don't worry about Beans is gonna hit you up. You get me? It's furlough right now.
I ain't hearing none of that.
Man, he wants the money on the first of the month.
I'm Ty. I'm a local business owner. I've got a few businesses. This shop that right now is one of my businesses. Cryptocurrency, stock trades.
He's one of them reckless traders, my
you get
people.
Me, like,
he sends me some mad screenshots to the group, like, yo, bro, don't say that.
Sometimes to make big wins, you got to make big losses, you know?
No, real buzz.
Management of CJ as well, CJ 100. I got to big him up, man. You get me? He's got out his tracks out now, Rock, Paper, Scissors. Defo go check that out. You get me? And our new venture, you get me?
Real manager, you know?
You get me? Big bounces, you get me? We got a little product, you get me? Underway.
We got an artist. He's 16 from 14, so trying to just bring him in a positive light. Do you know what I mean? And,
man.
And obviously, my brother's just got into the music game, so I want to try to help him in the management.
Yeah, man. Again, man. I reckon that would be creative. I'd love to see it. You know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's a bit about myself, man. Smokes.
Yeah, a bit about me. I do a podcast as well, like Bounce DMD podcast.
I'm waiting for man to get us on there. Like, all now, you know. Raw, like I can't even get on the man's podcast.
This is like probably the only studio I know that's open. Like, you know, like that.
Allegedly. You gotta throw that out, cuz. You get me?
You know what? No, I'm 100% because I need to get you. I need to get Kojo. Like, there's a few people I got on the list, but obviously I planned for the new year to get into studio.
Yeah. And
then Boris. Like, you know the funniest thing is, you know, this first, I don't know when it drops, but man was meant to go damn this weekend.
Bro,
I'd be like, we literally booked, like my brethren booked and that, and I was doing a book after, but because I was doing it a bit later, Boris come out like just before Christmas and said, UK on ban on the 1st of January.
What with his mad hair and that?
So I'm like to the man, yo, you know we're going on ban? They're like, nah man, we're good. I said, bro, man are saying we're on ban from the 1st in Europe and Netherlands is on the list, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously cut long story short, yeah, it's done. I would have loved to go out, but I did want to I had things in plan, innit?
Yeah.
And Boris has just messed it up, but you know, we keep moving and you get what I'm saying?
Man.
We can't make
man,
it
whenever you're ready, bro.
But you know what, that's why I'm not gonna lie, even with this what has set up here, like when Bounce hit me and said to do this, like, yeah, do you know what, this makes sense as well. With Kojo, and I was thinking, do you know what, we got to get Smokes on there, man, you get me? It makes sense.
Respect, you know,
this is a Clubhouse link up.
This is my Clubhouse, you know?
No, bro.
100%.
A Clubhouse link up. See these lots rooms, and I go in there. It's a safe space for me.
Safe, bro.
Safe. I feel at home. I go there. The man them are there.
Yeah.
I just feel good.
Slippers.
You know what it is? It's like, it's proper like man them. Even if we do argue or we have a certain dispute, by the end of that conversation, we're gonna understand each other's points.
Yeah.
But you know, that's why I definitely always like to always bring the solution at the end.
Yeah.
Because I find that a lot of these groups here, they argue, blood. And you're just there. There's no solution. People just left. They all left without the solution. So that's why we all kind of, with what we do on there, it's like it's always solution at the end. That's why.
And what Kojo's doing on there is sick. You see the other day when he was like, listen, man them, you lot talk.
Yeah.
No one's done that before.
Yeah. No
one's done that before.
Yeah. And you know what?
And the girl them had to just sit there and look up like that. They started looking up. And even if they wanted to say it, they couldn't. They had to listen.
This is what separates.
But they supported those in there.
And this is what separates the app. This is what makes the app so good, because you can have a house party, but house party was good for a week. It didn't continue because number one, the numbers.
7 days.
When someone jumps in your chat, they're instantly in your
I know. Yeah, you
face,
get dropped in.
Like,
don't even know who it is. It's just like,
yeah.
They've separated this, so they have the stage. If people jump in, they go in the audience. If you want to, you get what I'm saying. So it allows that.
And you know, and where the app was kind of like, it was such a scramble of people. It's like we kind of had to, like, even me, I just got getting frustrated because it's like, bro, where can I meet people or connect with people of maturity, not even of age, because you can have some people that are young and mature. So when we kind of created our spaces, it's like we started creating people as like-minded, match us in the same energy, and it made sense.
And it was good to, I can't lie, it was good to link up with Kojo. Like literally, once I found Kojo's room and we linked up, it was like instant. I can't even tell you if there was like an intro. It was just like instant.
Yeah, do you know what? Do you know what? Again, that's how we look. The energy thing, car. Boom. When I bought Kojo, it's like boom. The energy made sense. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't. When you start chatting to some people, you can kind of pick holes in them. I was like, do you know what? My man's, he's older than us, and the way he's talking, he's not talking from a place of hurt. He's talking from a place of love. And when a man talks from a place of love, you can kind of you can make sense.
So Kojo, thought process around them rims. That what made you think of like, let's get all the man them. Yes.
Do you know what it is? Because for me, I feel like there's a black man purge going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like
that's a good word.
I feel like
that's a good breakdown. You know,
I feel like
hey, edit me out.
Because you know what it is. Like I feel like when I came on there, it was just like black man this, black man that, black man red, and I'm like, raw, like first of all, I said I'm cool, like I'm blessed.
All
of you, like I'm blessed. So I now need to find other people who are blessed. You get me? Me and you, I hit you up a couple months before Clubhouse. Because man was doing this boxing thing and I loved that. I loved what he done with Little Man. And that, for me, I just rated it. And I think it's even from Z when you went on ZZ Mills with him. And I was like, yeah, man, like I love what my man's doing. Don't really know Bouncer, but I like what he's doing. So follow man, hit me back. It's just not, you know what I mean? Smokes was one of the podcasts that I actually, when I was surfing around before we started ours, I was like, what's out there? Because I want to know to try and do something different. This is what I'm trying to say. So these lot come true. I see Smokes killing me with joke, bro. And then there's a film in the face, and me and Ty just met on Clubhouse. But then it's just kind of like the energy behind it. So for me, I felt like there's this energy that's going on. I'm not that guy that you're talking about. And I want to find other guys you want, and then it's like, and you don't know, one of my number one rule in Clubhouse is no woman don't talk for no man. No man don't talk for no woman. Don't tell me why men do nothing. Ask us, we're here. And I will repeat that in every group. I have to until people understand it's a bad habit that we've all got. Like no man should be talking about why women do this and this is why they do that. And women definitely don't do that because we are the problem. So allegedly. But if I ain't even got to that chat yet where a man can be like, tell me how a girl has given you negative impact. Because I'm like, you ladies, you know how much men hold in?
Yeah.
Like
if we was really to pour out what we think, you won't like your sister.
100%.
Because I don't think, you know what it is with women, and obviously I know you're saying but they don't know what it's like to be in a man then WhatsApp group. You see, if they knew what it was really like to be in a man then WhatsApp group, they wouldn't really talk about us. Because if we were, as you said, if we were to pour out and say what we really think, we're straightforward. We'll say, yo, listen,
a girl will say live on no man with a night. A girl said it more than 1,000 times. Obviously, man's been on the group for hours, blood. Let's not talk about that. A girl will lively say, I'm not dating a man that's got a 9 to 5. He's not good enough for me. Girl will lively say that. And it's not, and you have out of the 20, one will be like, that's wrong. You know, out of 20 girls, one will say, that's wrong. You know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what type of a person that works on 9 to 5 that really out here working to provide for his family, hear someone say that and he's got to eat it up? Do you know what it is? I find that women think because a man just doesn't cry it outright, they're cool. You get me? What man should just start crying?
What is a 9 to 5?
You get me? But exactly. They don't even decipher that. Though.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. They don't even decipher that. If I say to a man, I don't like a man that is worthless, or I can understand that. But when I'm saying a man that works 9 to 5, do you know how hard it is to actually do a 9 to 5 job?
It's not easy.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's not hard, you know? It's hard work.
It's not easy.
So for someone to come up and just say that outright, and the wickedness is, I'm not going to just judge a book by their cover, but these people, you can't even tell if they've even got a job at right now. You get me? That's the maddest thing.
He's saying furlough.
You know what I'm trying to say? People that they can survive on whatever they're surviving on, but you don't even know how their income's coming in. But they're going to tell a man that he's not good enough. You know what I'm trying to say?
But are you? I think for me, no ego, but like you can't pick holes in my team. Because I've got evidence. My biggest problem with people in the industry is those who sell theory. Like I don't sell theory, bro. When I speak to people about what I go through, like you don't see it in the group, I always offer my story, don't I?
Yeah.
I don't ask man to tell me something and I'm not willing to put my dick on the fucking table. You understand? No, because you know what it is? You got to do that. Like this ain't about me, this is about us. And I feel like even my pastor would I remember I went to the service, this is in LA. I went to his service and he was talking about the gal that he used to roll with and man had condoms in the room. Bro, yes, because a pastor has a past.
Has a past.
No, but I'm saying, and for me, I'm connected to you immediately because you've made me comfortable to talk my thing. I'm not act big and brand new. Do you get me? And that's what it is. That's the technique for me to be able to put my shit on the table so that everyone else feels comfortable to do theirs. And it's like, we don't have to say it. It just happens when you're in the environment, right? So when women say like men don't speak. Look at the environment that allows them to speak. That's what I want them to see. I want them to see, look at the environment where I put my shit on the table. Now who's next? Do you see what I'm trying to say? Who's next? Do you know what I mean? So that for me, that for me is like that's how we're supposed to be moving. So I just wanted to create a safe space for guys to chat amongst ourselves I don't care if there's a 500 people in there or 4 people in there. Because we do all them groups. But
I want to talk about the 4 people group because you know what, people are gonna watch this.
But the smaller groups are the best
smaller groups. I swear, Dan, I've created like look at the even that group that we created over the charity thing. That's with 4 people, and we talk for 2 to 3 hours because it's not a reaction thing. You know what I'm trying to say? You actually give questions, answer answers. You know what I'm trying to say? And people think having these groups that's got 900 people.
That's the drama groups, though.
Yeah, the drama group. But this is what annoys me about. This is 1 second. This is what annoys about the drama groups. Yeah, because again, I'm here to do. Man's coming here to network and do business. But what happens here? Everyone likes a bit of a fuckery. Yeah. No, so you got 900. You got 900 people that are possibly directors, CEOs, all caught up on these 900 groups. When I'm out here trying to find them, yeah, and you got them, and they're in there like this.
No, but they're just like. We know not to. This is how you come across, and this is what's happening to you.
I've been saying this.
This is what's happening to you.
Yeah.
Man's got people that, like, for example, Spotify people's on there listening in, and they're emailing me and like, "Yo, can you do a podcast with Harry Pinero?" And that, do you know what I mean?
100%.
They're watching.
Yeah, 100%.
But people should have known that from the beginning.
Naturally, it's like how you conduct yourself, isn't it? How are you on there? How do you come across? Because if you come across like a fool, then they're looking at like, but the thing I was gonna work with this guy, but
but the thing as well, I think what I tend to do is give people time. Because there'll be times when I'm in a zone where I'm like, I'm on fuckery today.
Yeah.
No, do you know what I mean? And I know, but the thing is, that's because of personal shit. So I might bring it to the clubhouse and I'm just on one, but that's just human beings.
But you're still respectful.
But you know, let me just give you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario. Again, yeah. One thing I'm like with people with colour, yeah, they don't come with a tone, yeah? Because what happens, what I personally believe that happens is that people are getting looked and perceived in a certain way. It's like, boom, if you see a dog barking, you're not going to know how to, you're going to be more nervous to chat to the dog. But if a dog's calm, you open up a window of understanding, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And I'm sick of people of non-colour, looking at us as dogs because they just think, do you know what? Let me just allow that. You know what I'm saying? Let me not get involved in that. So sometimes I want to set it on. There's private rooms for a reason. If there's a situation that you know that we know each other, go in a private room, have a discussion, work out where both of you lot went wrong, and then have a solution and come out. And then when you come out with everyone that, wow, you lot sorted it out, it's sorted. You know what I'm trying to say? We need to have a tone, of colour. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what I personally believe is a problem because we keep on doing this. Yeah,
we're saying this, but today you've got the younger lot telling people to suck their mum, suck their gran, and the rooms are getting bigger and bigger, and then you're hearing people that just leave them to argue. What do you mean?
Can we talk about certain things that happened today? Because I'm not really happy about the Shaka Bars thing, if I'm honest. I don't know.
But talk it all the way through though as well.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it all the way through. But obviously there's because I've been hearing things about Shaka Bars and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, like I don't really know. But I was following them at one point. I stopped following because it was a bit too much nakedness with the fruits. But you get what I'm saying? I can't eat watermelon with a shirt. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got a cup of every morning. But cool, I don't mind it because certain fruits I was researching and I was like, that fruit looks like he was getting real tropical fruit. You get what I'm saying? So, like,
he's always oily. Why is he always so oily, fam?
I'm greasy.
Respect the team, guys.
You know what it is? The first group, there was a group recent, like maybe last month or a few weeks ago, and that I was in, and I was right next to Shaka Bars. Shaka Bars, me, Wiley, whatever. Cool. He's. I think
when beef started.
Yeah,
I was in there.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to stop them, fam. I said, no, you lot can't tell it. You need to know facts. You need to know facts.
But originally, obviously, it started with them wanting black men to protect black women.
Yeah.
Cool. That's how the argument started.
So big up Simon still. Got big him up. 100%.
So obviously, he's people are explaining, Shaka Bar comes in, he explains what he does. Rare. Cool. Everything's fine. Everyone's agreeing with him. Everyone's loving him. Shaka, you're the best. Rare. Cool. He leaves the group. Boom. He's a fraud. He's this. He's that. Rare. But obviously with this now, it's like you can ping a man straight back. Like, right, someone's chatting to you. Boom. Come back. But it's mad right now. He's come back. They're on him. I'm thinking, all right, cool. I'm looking for a little bit. They're on him. So you said something. I had to say something as well. I know I'm next to him. I'm like, I have to say, like, how has a little while ago, you got bare love for a man, And then when he leaves, you've got to cuss him, and then you expect black men to still want to support you.
No, do you know
when
what
you're going to treat a man like that?
Do you know
Plus,
what
he's been doing things.
No, do you know what it is? Do you know why I stepped in here? Is not the fact of that, because one thing that's happening on Clubhouse, yeah. Again, people misconstrue opinion. You know what I'm trying to say? Someone has an opinion on something. They're saying obviously Shaka Bars, this thing is not adding up. But go and find the transcripts first before you start outing it to 2,000 people.
Do you know what that is? So that's called work, though.
Yeah, exactly. People
don't want to do
work. So I'm saying to them, listen, 1 second. So I'm saying to them, like, raw, before we just go and out my man, you get me? Let's come with facts, because there's a big following here, and you can't be popping down a man's thing without actually knowing the facts. That's what was annoying me. So I said, no, you lot can't do this.
He even addressed that. He said, listen, go get your evidence, bring it to me, and address each point. And let me go with it. They didn't. They brought 1 point. He said, all right, cool, you've brought 1 point. Let me address that. Today. But obviously they was going for a little while. I was in and out. I was like,
bro, they're still in now.
Yeah, they're probably still in.
We're going for like 10 hours.
You know what? After he started saying certain things, like as I said, I've followed him for a little while, and I didn't see anything too wrong with what he was doing. Like there is encouraging.
I know him, and I've been around him.
All right, cool.
And I've seen the work. Yeah. I've seen it.
So then my point is, because I always think I'm coming from the ends, innit? I'm not educated. I'm not scientific. But I'm logically from the ends. I'm looking at certain situations. Now, cool. If he's building schools and he's trying to build black schools, in my head, logically, I'm gonna think that is one of the hardest things to do in the world, because they don't want to educate black kids.
Yeah.
So even Dr. Umar's going through the same kind of problem, trying to get a black school in America. If I'm thinking logically, are they really gonna let are they gonna make it easy for a man like him to create a black school in America?
But who's there? It's in white folks.
White folks. Yeah. Oh, not the white folks. The Congress.
Do you know? I want to change that word. Do you know what it is? I want to change that word to suppressors, fam. Because I got a lot of white folks that are cool. Yeah, and a lot of people cool. And look. 2 things is wrong with Clubhouse. The word that's saying say some. That's such a serious word, because a lot of time when someone says some, I swear to you, it doesn't trigger me at all. But when we say all black man, make sure you have say some. You know what I'm saying?
With me though, when I hear all, I know it's some.
Yeah, but
I react differently.
No, but you know, but when you got the check this,
for a reaction.
I know, but check this.
You might say all you can't.
Or they mean the majority.
Yeah, but sometimes when you're on the stage, so check this. Cut long story short, when the situation happened, it's like, right, there was black men on the stage. None of them did nothing. None. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Me, I was the only one that spoke up. So when you come with that word, make sure you say some.
You got muted because of that, innit?
Yeah.
I remember that.
After that, I see Ty with like about 10 girls around him. He's in the middle, you know.
I was fuming, cuz.
Bro,
there's like 2,000 people
under the bus. Like Ty was there.
Yeah.
My man's Ty's bridging.
Don't
do that.
That's what they done.
Don't do that.
My days.
Bro, he said, my man, he's like, yeah, my man, that's Ty's bridging. I said, nah, don't do that.
But you know what? Going back to the Shaka thing, though, when he started dropping facts about him helping 1,000 kids in Jamaica, him helping kids in Somalia, kids in Ghana, kids in Congo.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But, bro, I'm thinking, all right, you know what? In my head, I'm listening to this, and now the hands are off. I want to come on stage and just say, lock off this room. Because unless any of you are flying out to Ghana or Congo, even if he is shaky, he is still doing his part
100%
to a certain extent. Obviously, he's talking about the orphans that he's created.
What are they saying that he's doing though?
But this is
what are they saying?
They have nothing. They've not brought. I've not heard one thing that they've actually brought to say he's done wrong, because they did try to bring the thing. And you know what was good today? There was someone from Nigeria and there was a lady from Zimbabwe.
Oh yeah. The two of them smashed it.
They shut it down. They said the Nigeria person said, listen, the vaccine from this company, blah blah, is the reason why.
Yo, disclaimer. I'm not drinking. I don't.
Come on, they got the Henny on the rocks.
Pass my team, you get me?
So
they want to aki them.
They were confirming that in Africa or in Nigeria, they are. It's like the culture is imbibed with the vaccines. So they have a better understanding about the vaccines. Cool. So then they shut down that point, and then because Shaka's quiet, and then the Zimbabwe girl sort of saying certain things that Shaka has told them to have, like sea moss and all certain fruits, it's helped them because her son has autism. So it's helped. So certain things he is doing is helping. Clearly.
Exactly. Do you know what?
And
Again,
we do know if you eat right, you are going to be more healthy. Your body's going to be better.
Can I say something honestly?
Yeah, go on.
End of the day, see in life, you're a human, innit? You make mistakes in that.
Of course.
I'm not trying to say his thing. I'm not gonna lie. For me, there is a couple grey areas.
No, they can be.
Listen, but again, a man's human. But see, from how I look at it as straight, if the good outweighs the bad. I'm
leave him alone.
I'm leaving him alone.
I'm not gonna. I don't know his thing.
People want perfect people.
You know what I'm saying?
When I started counting the amount of kids he was talking about, it's about 2,000 kids. I don't even think there's anyone in England helping one child, or let alone you get what I'm saying? 2,000. You're going around the world to do stuff like that, and
with no shirt on.
You see me? No, but when I was following him, I lie with no shirt. But you see, when I was following him, at the time I was following him, I only really saw about the fruit and things that he was doing, like the fruits and the healthy eating and stuff like that. I didn't know really too much about the behind the scenes. But even with just seeing the fruits and that every morning and him telling you, oh, you need to have this and this. That was sort of hell. It changes your mind a little bit to come away from meat and try and.
Do you know what it is? I think for me, my issue is like even down to side, man. Like when you got people riding for you, it's just like there's too much evidence now that the people that you're riding for come for you.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? And then you're talking about why don't man support and why don't man check this person? Like I'm seeing in front of me what happens when a man's fighting for you.
Yeah. Do you know? You
understand?
Do you know?
This guy's peace and love with the girl, you know.
Just type before you go. You know what they said to him in the group when they was onto him? They said, "Oh yeah, we can see what you're doing, but you're doing too much." So wait, hold on. What do you mean you're doing too much? He's the only one at the moment, if you want to say, that is standing for you. If he keeps doing that, he will actually bring more people. But now you want to tell him that he's doing... And you know what? Since they told him he's doing too much, he's stepped back a little bit, you know.
No,
he still does it a little bit, but he stepped back.
I want to say something just while we're on the subject again, because obviously my friend Adnan, we're part of a 20-man collective. It's called Orphans for the Needy. We send monthly money. We're creating a place of worship. We're football pitch, place of rest. So we're literally I'm gonna have it on my Instagram. It's called Orphans for the Needy. It's getting done in Gambia as well. So you get me. That's what.
Is there a website?
So it's on my Instagram. I'm gonna put up on my Instagram.
So see below. What is it called?
Orphans for the Needy. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. That's proper still.
Yeah, I forgot to put it out there 100%. But yeah, go on, carry on, man.
No, I'm just saying that it's tough, but for me, my kind of message now is like everyone kind of look at themselves, innit? Do you know what I mean? Because that's all you're ever gonna be able to control, bro. Like there's a lot of energy of people saying I'm done talking to men and this, that, the other, and man, was like F these girls or whatever.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, go on.
The other day.
Which one? What happened? What happened?
The girl that had the group saying, "I can't stand men. Oh, men make me sick."
But obviously, at the end of our team, these times
I come in the last 5 minutes.
You come to tell the story.
I come in the last 5 minutes.
So wait, but I'm trying to think, what was the room again? What did we make our room again?
We made a room about. It was about the children. We were making a constructive. That was the one.
No, that was the same. That wasn't the same one. No, it wasn't the youth one. It was about. Bro.
It was about men. It might have been because the first one was youth. So when we made the second group, the next day, what was it? It might have been Kojo's one.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't my group. It wasn't my group.
Because them man would just shut it off.
But it kind of the group was so productive, bro. Productive. Yeah? It was so productive. It was about black people, but I can't remember exactly what our narrative was. And then we're winding down, and she said something crazy. She said something crazy. Yeah, and if you feel like to follow my group, I'd done a group, and what was her title?
Yeah, why men make me sick.
Yeah, and she had the vomit emoji.
The vomit emoji.
So you
and then Kojo said he didn't want to say.
That is a trick. Like men, women. People say things just to, it's like a reaction.
Yeah.
It's a provoke.
Yeah.
So you see with man.
Don't come in and do that.
Once you start getting a certain following, you can just post a picture of the chessboard and be like, your thing's on the wrong thing. And you're like, funny. And you just have to smile and just be like, what you said? Let it go.
Hey, what's that guy that messaged you? No, I don't want to make him public, but what's that guy messaged you?
Boom, now I posted a picture of my chessboard.
No, you had
I'm gonna tell you. I posted my picture of my chessboard, yeah. And you got blacks, you got whites. Whites go first, innit? But I'm black, innit? So I put my black pieces first. And then I had someone under the comment like, you meant it, like, he called me. He said something. Yeah,
you played him.
Yeah, you said you pleb or something. Your whites go first, you pleb, or it said something. Yeah, and then I DM'd him. Cause I was so rattled. Yeah, I was rattled. I DM'd him, and I'm arguing on the DMs. I said, play me now. Boom, running his mouth. So I blocked him.
Yeah.
I swear to you, 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, His friend DM'd me like, you blocked my friend on chest, blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks later in the morning. Yeah. So I was like, play me.
Yeah.
Boom, we played. He set it up, he sent me the link, you know.
This is the new beef, you know. I said, play me.
No.
Play me.
Online beef.
Boom, he sent me the link,
You've come a long way.
Sent the link, cool. We're doing online beef now. So I'm in the bed now. Like, eyes like, boom. I'm in the bed, vets. He's there like, boom. I beat him, yeah. I was like, He said, oh, how much GCSEs you got? How much GCSEs you got?
No way.
He said, fair play. He's like, how much GCSEs you got? Tuck him on. And you can't. And I was like, look. Like, I put up my story. But I was like, look at that. Yeah. But this is what I mean. I'm going back to it. I'm saying, people, you can just do, you can post something. You can post something.
The stuff he hits me about, I'm like, is that even a thing? Like,
listen, trust me, you just have to just let it go. You see when you see guys or girls say things like that, you just have to breathe in and do not fall for the bait. You'll piss off your whole day.
And start in the morning. Don't let them piss off your day from the morning.
We'll be in Clubhouse, and Bouncer come on the stage, and the conversation we talk about something productive, but something will come about eating us. I'm out. Let me get I don't want to be on street, bro. I'm out.
Nah, it's jokes, man. That is funny.
It's mad.
But there is people, there's people, as you said, that woman, she was trying to draw at Mandem. I did see it early. I looked at it, I was like, you know what it is? It don't feel like a safe space for me to go into to talk because you're already not on the man thing. Cool. So I'm not going to go there. I'll scroll past it and I'll find the group with the man them, innit? So when you said as well, you saw it and scroll past. So now this is her argument. Someone addressed it and said, that just looks like clickbait. I don't know who's...
I said
it looked like
because she
clickbait.
tried, what it was, she tried to say to me, don't get twisted, even though that was the title.
Listen,
what I'm trying to say to you, I'm not coming in there.
Yeah,
I'm trying to say, you telling me about,
she tried to say that.
And say, I won't click your team. Yeah. So don't come in and say, we had productive conversations.
Yeah, she tried to say there was a balance. Use us
as your to do your growth. That's what Clubhouse House is about. You're gonna do a clickbait title, just to create growth. And you're throwing us underneath the bus. Like,
throwing under the bus.
What do you think we went smoothie or something? Put us like from fruit, just blend man up, like just throw man in the smoothie and blend man.
Like her name's Kalisha now.
I'm not on all that.
She was like, so she's saying all of that, and then like, so we're saying, but it's for clickbait. But we had a productive conversation. There was men saying stuff and women saying stuff, but we're saying you have to understand something. And then all out of the blue, she's like, well, I'm a lesbian. Everyone was
end the group.
And then she started another group after that.
Is it?
And pinged me in it. I was like, nah.
Men make you sick, but you're not even on men. They're gonna make you sick.
I'm just saying. Do you know what? You're gonna find all of this in Clubhouse. I'm not gonna. We should start talking about the productive side of it.
No, let's talk about the productive.
You know what? There's so much productives in there. You get me? I don't know.
I liked your room with Esther.
Yeah,
we're talking about like
disability. 100%.
Yeah, that to me was one of the best rooms that I've seen on there. Yeah, because it was another side of our community that don't talk about it. Yeah, do you see what I'm trying to say? And I remember even me and my ex, like when we had my son, because my son's got muscular dystrophy, which is like a muscle disease that affects the center of his body. Yeah. So like he can't hold his neck up straight. Yeah. So at that time we was like, there's no one to kind of reach for because everyone's kind of like hiding over here with their thing and that's naturally what we do. But to have a space like that,
that room was mad, didn't it?
It's
how
beautiful.
Much people would, like it really opened my eyes how much people actually are suffering from
quietly.
Because you know what? You see, it was beautiful when you done the sickle cell, because I've done a sickle cell episode on a podcast before, and you see when I've done two, so I've done part 1 and part 2. Because one girl reached out to me on Twitter and said she wanted to talk about it for the black community, and not a lot of the black community know. So I done the part 1, but I done part 2 because there was a girl in my school that I remember, like year 10, she went in hospital due to sickle cell and went blind in one eye. So I told her to come on. And that episode, if anyone listens to that episode was very emotional. She cried on it. She was talking about her mum's struggle.
Where does people find it? Say it.
It's on Spotify, DMD podcast. You can find it on Spotify, Apple.
What's the title? Sickle Cell.
Sickle Cell Part 2. Yeah, it's just strictly Sickle
See
Cell.
See below.
So like it was very touching, and then I done another episode about lupus because my cousin one of my cousins has lupus. He's been suffering for a very long time with
Genie
lupus.
Ashray's got that as well.
Oh, is it? But it's not very known. Like it's people. There's certain people that has it.
No one knows to a certain extent what it is.
Right.
Nick Cannon has it.
Is it?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And do you know what? I do episodes sometimes because I'm not even educated. Even though I had my cousin and I've grown my cousin, but I've always seen her in and out of hospital. I have to check her in hospital certain times, or she's at a hot house and she can't move from her bed because her muscles are shut down or whatever.
Yeah.
And I needed education myself. I don't really do pods all the time to just for everybody. Sometimes I need to know because I don't know everything. So I need to learn from people and understand stuff. So I like people to come and talk. So when you done a sickle cell thing, I said, this is brilliant because we need spaces more to do that because this affects Black and Asian people. It don't really affect everybody else. And when you start learning the cells, or like I spoke to someone off Clubhouse, and she was saying she had sickle cell very bad, like on steroids, and she changed her eating habit. And the last year, she hasn't even been on a pump.
Because you know what, I've always believed like all the cures are on the earth. God don't make no mistakes, bro.
But that's why natural remedies in
pills
Africa,
are rush if you want to rush it.
100%.
If you need to get fixed now, you're gonna go and do that. But if you really try and find what these things are from the ground that can actually heal us, we'll start taking them. Do you know
100%.
what I mean? And also, I think with the group as well, you know, what I got from it ultimately is people are going through stuff. When people are angry, vexed, hate, all of that, they're going through stuff. You don't know what they're dealing with at home. And that magnified, like, damn, do you know how much people had stories?
Yeah, 100%.
I've got a disability, my child's got a disability, like, and you're hearing it constant. And this is just people in the room. So what's out there?
Just in the room.
And for me, it's like that room was the room where it's like, man, we got to be nicer to each other, man. We've got to.
I don't like, you know what, as Black people, we suffer from the most diseases on earth. Like we get, like especially, all right.
Because we're supposed to be here, blood. Man's supposed to be in the sunshine.
I was just about to say that. Obviously, when you're living in a country, we're like animals. So you know, like when you take a lion away from its habitat and you just fling it in a zoo, it's not its habitat. So we've been taken from our habitat and put in there. So we're lacking vitamin D, vitamin this, vitamin that. We need certain vitamins, certain products. Like, you know how I look at it? You see, when you go back home, like I always say, you don't need as much money when you're back home. Like they're poor in that. Because you know what? When I'm in Jamaica, well, I got a mango tree.
You're growing things.
I go in the back garden in the morning, pick the tree.
Everything's there.
Breadfruit. You see breadfruit, man. Cook breadfruit in the garden. Just make a little fire there. Put the breadfruit on there. Boom.
Fam, stop telling me I don't know, cuz I know the thing, fam.
What you get?
Why trying to tell me?
Well, you get what I'm saying? Obviously, they don't get it twisted. They are still in a struggle. But you see their struggle. They get fresh things from the earth. Whereas you see hot hair, if we struggle, there's bare concrete, you know. There's bare concrete, and I always analyze.
Forget over it, blood.
You know what? You know one thing I analyze as well. You know, you see the struggle of people that come from Caribbean, come from Africa. I notice if they come from there, they can set up shop instantly because they have a certain thing in them, hunger. You see, if you're born here, there's not a lot of man that can just make a Caribbean shop or an African shop or like with food because you're born here, everything's given to you. I'll tell you a story. I went to Jamaica. The first time I went to Jamaica, back in the day, me and I grew up. I know you're Bayesian, so I grew up with a lot of Bayesians.
Fam, Jamaican and Bayesian, fam. You got thrown both.
When Ray kicks off, he's Jamaican first.
Jamaican first.
I got a lot of Jamaican and Bayesian.
A lot of my close friends are Bayesian, so we used to play cricket all the time. We go to the shop, we buy the cricket stumps and the ting and boom, boom, boom. Play the cricket outside the block. I went to Jamaica. The man said to me, yo, I went country. So they was like, let's play cricket. I said, yeah, man, let's cricket. Let's go to the shop or whatever. They said, no. One of the youth, them climbed the tree, chopped the tree, like a branch of the tree. Chopped it, boom, 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 boom. Man made a cricket bat, stumps, and they made a ball. But the cricket bat was smooth. It weren't like, it was smooth, bro. I looked at man like...
You saying carpenter?
Bro, but they have...
my man is a watch.
The skill structure that they had, and then I had another brethren that I used to roll with in Jamaica, and I remember he put chicken on the line. This was the first time I ever chopped a chicken off the head, and it was just spinning on the ting, letting the blood that drip out or whatever. clean the chicken,
clean
the chicken off.
The vegan police after you now. But
you get what I'm saying? These things, it's natural to them. We don't get up in the morning and kill a chicken on Sunday and cook it in the evening. You get what I'm saying? But half of these youths couldn't kill a chicken, you know? They wouldn't know what to do with the chicken, fam.
No, I hate you.
You know what I'm saying, fam?
Bro, I'm one of them, bro.
I remember Rocky. Remember Rocky? That scene where he has to chase the chicken around. Like, the man was knackered, bro.
But they're not joke, you know. They
drop their shoulder on the man. You get me?
I want to obviously when we said obviously what's productive on it. Going back to what we was talking about.
Yeah.
Like even see me, bro. I've been dying inside because there's so much food for thought, and I'm a cat for food for thought. Like I'm on there and I'm just learning. Like like the other day, it was in yesterday. And what's his name? T1, you know the Brom guy.
Oh yes.
And it was like everyone was just we done a group of basically saying of like what have we seen on here that's amazing. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, I have my own personal reason, but then he's one. He was like, basically, he's been on that for 48 hours. He went in a group. How did you make your first million? And you got 30 millionaires in there. DM'd one of them. Next thing you know, him and the wife are investing in his business idea. There's so much productive stuff that comes from that. As much as we talked about the ratchet stuff, again, but.
Trust
There's
me.
so much productive
out.
stuff. Like,
but you know what?
I come up my own company.
You see when I first come on the app because I joined like December, and you know I'm not gonna lie. Funny enough, Crep was the first person I listened to. I jumped in the group. I see Crep and all of these. And I said, "Rah, what? There's real people in here." Like no, I jumped in the app, and I'm like, "There's real artists in here."
Like, you getting to know them.
All right, I'm in the audience,
well,
and he was, and you know what? You know why I respect him so highly? Because he spoke about situation. This is what made me love the app. He was talking about the solicitors and lawyers and what he went through and when he got bumped. Yeah, he was in it. So when he got bumped, I was like, "Rah, he's actually giving game to these youths. Like, this is game." 100%. So I'm thinking, now I'm on the app. I'm like, man, not actually giving game. I'm all phoning man. I'm like, big man, you need to get on Clubhouse. Man, I'm giving game. Like, this is real stuff like that people need to know, innit? Because
trust me,
there's up and coming artists that might not know a certain, they don't know their path. They don't know where to go.
This is the good thing about that's why I always am happy to share knowledge, because you still got to go and do the work, bro. See now when you're in there and you know all of this, what's your excuse now?
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. It's not. We shouldn't hold back information for people because they've still got to go and do the work.
When Barca invited me. And I got in that space and I looked for like 3 days of what's going on. And no, boom. I just started to move. I said, I ain't got time. Like, I started throwing myself in mad situations. I was gone.
Listen.
Like, you can't check. I'm a law-abiding hustler. I'm a law-abiding hustler. Like, I ain't got time for
that. But he's in the rooms and he's
bro, you know what? Like, I'll be real. This is actually the first time I've met Ty in person. You know? I've known Ty for a few months now. He's been in the WhatsApp group 100%. Through mutuals. I got Mandem, that's his Mandem, so we got together through that. And I'll be real with you. Ty has supported man from the time he's met man. He sent man's podcast out. He was putting it in people's DMs. He's like, Smokes, what I need to... I'm like, bro, this guy's going... He don't even know me and he's helping man. He brought man on Clubhouse. He's put man in positions, bro.
100%.
You see Clubhouse, it's brought us together. Like I've linked up with so much people. I've linked up with people that's doing charities. That's like I've linked up with SK that from Finesse Forever. Do you know what I mean? And before it's like them not doing their thing. But look, I linked up with the Mandem. We would have never done this before Clubhouse. Do you know what I mean?
Because our head would have been down.
We would have just been doing our thing, innit? But
you see this episode here, this episode right here is a product of Clubhouse. This is a product of Clubhouse, of productivity. We've linked up and we've actually put something into work and made it happen. 100%. You get what I'm saying? Obviously, there's going to be people on there that's still going to talk, and they're probably on there right now. If we go in there, they know us.
I'm not going to lie. See me on different car. I like some of the raps again. Let me big up Oluwa Blanco, because she's my bitch. I rate Blanco, you get me? She's
sometimes you do have to have, you have to have some.
I rate my man.
You have to have some ratchet. It can't just be
100%.
It can't just be positive all the time, because you're just going to get
to a point. Yeah, I know. I'm a realist, bro. I don't like all that.
Yeah, because you know what it is?
Every day.
Sometimes you can get all this positivity sickness. To
Yeah.
the point where it's not even real anymore. Do you get me? It's just too much, bro. And like I said,
life is about balance, isn't it?
Yeah, but exactly. But that's why I don't ever complain really about the negative groups. Yeah? Because those aren't places where you go for solutions. You go there for the banter.
Yeah.
You go there for the fuckery.
But we go there for the
all of that.
There's certain people going for solutions, you know. There's certain people going there to look for answers. Like,
bro,
last night,
quickly before you
go on.
I see 5 girls rip into one you say, yo, you look like you go country. They're looking at DP, you look like you go country. And man looked at his DP, I'm like,
you actually look like you go country.
No, listen to this conversation, yeah? So I'm not gonna say, I'll come in this space, innit, yeah? And gal are talking like, yeah, basically, being overconfident, cool, rare. You got, man, I say basically, some man are just saying they got to be overconfident, but then a girl says something so silly. I don't know in case she unfollows me for this. She's like, if a man wants to show, like, a man wants to show out his money and his chains and rare. So I'm just like, in my head, like, so see that level of confidence. If you was in a room full of successful people and a man does that, how does it look? No one's not looking to no sense. They're just sitting there, dumbing down. Oh yeah, if you want to show money and I mean, it just didn't make no sense to him.
But what do you mean though?
Like they're trying to say like being like he's allowed. Basically, if he wants to be over confident, yeah, showing his cash and that, and where it's like you're setting some sort of mad narrative, like that is how you're supposed to be. That shows confidence. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And it's just like I'm thinking that's not how you show confidence.
That actually shows insecurities.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Like, that's the
my personally.
We know what the loudest person in the room is.
Yeah, you know what I'm
saying?
But it's like the way she's gone about. It's like she actually the way she's felt it. It's like this is what gives her kicks. I'm thinking that didn't make no sense to me personally. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. It's like when you're, especially when you're speaking to we're amongst, we're having a conversation about how to be confident. There's no rules. There's no being confident is definitely a need thing. But all right, cool. Being overconfident I feel gets conformed as cocky. But again, people just have their own levels of that. But I personally think to myself, like that shouldn't be.
But did you think like if someone is because they could be too overconfident. There could be a person that's overconfident with no money and no role, none of these things, and it won't look.
Be confident. I always say be confident.
Let's say like if you still, let's say you're a man that has none of those stuff, and you have all this confidence, and then one day now you get a rollie, you get a chain, and you got money. And you still have that same confidence. You haven't changed as a person because they say when you get money, it enhances the same person that you are.
Bro.
They'll tell you that you changed. Now you're over cocky, fam. Now you're cocky, like you're boasting with money.
Not even just that. It's about sometimes you might have a friend that's in the public eye and that's famous, and you've gone to a couple shows with them, and they start moving like they'll be like, bro, you've changed.
You know, I want to say
something like you've changed.
I want to say something to that. I want to see you about I want to talk about even you as a friendship because some people don't understand. Yeah, see if your friend changed, you've got to adapt to their change.
That's what you're saying.
100%. You've got to adapt to their change. Like I got a friend that's married and he's in thingy. I don't see him as often as possible, but I've adapted to his change. Yeah, we still talk on the phone. Some people don't understand. You can't just feel that someone's gonna just stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Like Bouncer's been doing what he's doing.
You can't stay the same.
Yeah, you can't stay the same. No, none of us can stay the same. But some people believe they have a right to stay the same. I'm like, no, bro.
But you can't, because you have to grow. Because let's say like you're a bouncer. Bouncer's doing his thing now.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. That should really motivate you to do your thing.
Bro.
Not just look at man and be like, rare.
But when Bouncer's doing his thing, I have to now move differently with Bouncer. You have to. Yeah. It's a respect thing. My reaction is to celebrate your promotion.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like a man get promotion. So now it's not me bowing down. It's me respecting that a man's got promotion.
100%.
You understand what I'm saying? Look, Chip said that. He said, "Yo, I'm turning 30. Celebrate that." Like I got people around me that's not on that, and they've done P. Like. Actually, people that have gone to a certain level, they've not changed. They're the same person. So they do want the support from their brethren.
But most people change.
But you know what? It's like even with anyone, it's like say someone says, "Yo, I got a way to make a pound." You know what I'm trying to say? But one man will come with a way to deter the pound into 50p. But you need to be a person that can make that pound into 2. If you ain't gonna come with a value to double up of that pound. Don't feel left out when a man can't make a £2 with you. That's what my thing is. Yeah. You can't feel like you're gonna. A man's got something going on for himself, and you're trying to deter that value to split it. It doesn't make no sense.
There's a chapter in 50 Cent's book about that, and he said he needed to make like $1 million in over a weekend or whatever. So he got $1 million, and the person said you need to double this money by Monday, whatever, blah blah blah. And he was thinking to himself, how's the easiest way to make the money? But he said, yo. If you've got $1 million in your bank account and you go to the bank, just go to the bank and tell them you want $1 million. Now I'll just double my money. Simple, because I've got the money. If the bank sees that you have the money,
They trust you.
they're gonna give you the money. They're gonna give you what you got in your bank or whatever.
But I hate it, but it wasn't
Like
about the
in the
money,
house.
but it's about having a friendship and having how
Yeah.
to add value to your friendship.
Yeah,
Don't
facts.
be trying to be going to your friend and saying, "Can you split your money that you're getting already by yourself?"
No, double that.
bro.
Help, man,
Listen,
double it.
Get some knowledge from the conversation he's having. That's what you need to take from it. If you can't double it, allow it.
I
You know what I'm saying?
feel like with you, obviously, if you've got something, like if I've got money, and you know, because there's people that has money, they don't know what to do with the money. Now you're a person that knows what to do with money. Now if I know you and I've got money and I say to Ty, yo, boom, Ty would just say,
What
Should I
this,
do with it?
yeah, what do I do with it?
Bro,
Ty should
give
come
me,
to me.
give me a
and say,
20. I'm gonna do my thing. This is what I'm gonna do with
give me
it.
a
Boom. Just don't worry about that. I'm
Give me
gonna
a
do
20.
this.
Yeah, give me a 20.
But I know, but me knowing Ty, I know what he does, and I know he can make the money. So I know he puts his money in places where he can make money.
So it's like, bro, do this.
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm not gonna go
Because
to
you
a
come
man
with
that,
your money.
100%.
Yeah, gonna.
I'm not gonna go to a
100%.
man that is on
this
the corner
pandemic made you
on the
know.
block every week. Like you get me, just on the corner street, and he goes raving sometimes, but he's
Cash
just
loss.
chilling on the block. Now I'm gonna give him my money, but he's still on the block. He ain't moved from the block. You get what I'm saying,
100%.
fam? He's just chilling.
Do you know what? With
You
this
gotta know who's around you as
with
well.
this pandemic here, I find you gotta learn how to be so self-sufficient in this pandemic,
100.
or you're stuck.
have to
You know what I'm trying to say?
100.
Stop
'Cause-
buying all these designer clothes on online,
Do you
and
know
you
what- I know,
can't
but
go
do you know what it is?
nowhere.
Kalana.
I feel like, you know when our mum used to say, or like parents used to say, save money for a rainy day.
Yeah.
This is
Now.
the rainy day.
Is it
Raining?
raining?
It's a blizzard out
I
there.
know. So I'm saying like, this is that rainy day now. So like, you see, like you can buy. Say that you buy, like this situation has made people. It's forced people to say, yeah, I can go and buy Versace stuff. Where am I gonna go?
Exactly.
Like, where am I gonna go? And I don't care how much money I have. I'm gonna feel like a dickhead buying a Versace top
To sit in your front room.
in my yard, fam. Are you mad?
Man's gotta wake up in the morning.
Even if I'm a billionaire,
sounds so
I'm gonna feel
funny.
like a waste man
sounds so mad.
buying something to sit in my yard.
This is how mad it is. Yeah? Imagine, yeah, like again, I've got dry cleaning like this in my yard, yeah, and I ain't got nowhere to do it. My friend's like, yo, come and see the new baby. I started getting up my freshest clothes. Like, that's what I'm on now. Because I ain't got nowhere to wear. Like, big man thing, if I'm in my yard, remember, I day chill, I'm in my yard. I'm in my pajamas and them thing there. I ain't got nowhere
You know
to
what?
go. So I'll put on my pajamas or come into a tracksuit. I ain't got nowhere
But
to
you
go.
see-
Man told me to come outside. I'm like, yo, boom, let me
You see with COVID as well, yeah. Like I've had people saying, yeah, I'm just waiting for lockdown or COVID to done. Bro, we've been in there a year.
One
You
year,
have to
bro.
adapt to what's going on.
We've actually been in a
and
year.
you have to think. Yeah. Look, you see when the government said, oh, people in the music industry,
You need
DJs,
to get a job.
find a job. Listen, find a job.
Find a job.
Forget about that right now.
That hurt people. That hurt
But do you feel like some
Reality
man?
hit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like some
Reality
man that's in the public eye or a DJ or certain thing? They feel like like the pride is so much of them being in such a public figure that they feel like they can't just
Can't
get
lie
a
to
normal
you.
job.
I've
You know what I'm saying?
seen. I know when it's hard.
Yeah.
For rappers, like for rappers, I know when it's hard. Like everyone's under it. When I'm seeing certain things, I'm like, yeah, everyone is under it.
Yeah, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
humbled everyone.
Listen,
you know?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
humbled
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Like, raw. Why did I spend? You know, like people are thinking like, why did I
spend
spend that
100
much
rand,
money
yeah.
on this? What is this? I can't even do nothing with it.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
listen,
It makes them
listen,
realize.
See, for me as well, it's like, boom, when this pandemic hit, I said, all right, cool. What's moving? What's still moving out here? Boom, I seen what's still moving. Like, boom, my friend, he said to me, yeah, he's like, you know, I said, as soon as he said what he's doing, I said, he's got a electrical company. I said, look, what do you need? Oh, yeah, need another van. So now I'm a part of London Rewires. I might as well put it out there. London Rewires. I'm a part of that, electrical, everything. I was like, yeah, cause listen,
He's a jack of all trades.
I need revenue. I need revenue. I need revenue.
You know, breathing problems.
Yeah,
I got you.
listen, London Rewires, we're everywhere. Yes, listen, yeah. So I'm like, listen, need to know what's moving still, because everything's stuck.
Yeah.
Even
what I'm saying?
like brands and online stuff and or like even this last year, sorry. I never really worked with brands like that. Do you know what I mean? But like I've done a big campaign with Vodafone, Deliveroo, like all these different things. Yeah, and
Man's
I'm
on
like,
Snoop Dogg's level,
but,
yeah.
but I wouldn't even.
Yeah, come on.
Them adverts are hard, man. Them just eat things, man. You know this thing.
Yeah, he's out here.
But like, you know, you build relationships with them, and then it's like, wow, like these things actually were happening before COVID.
Yes.
But because you're so stuck in how you like to make money. You don't think about the other passive kind of income.
You're right.
Do you know what happened? Before we wrap this up, do you know what's happened though? Black Lives Matter. More.
Yeah,
so
you're
that's
right,
happened more. This is another topic for another time. But that has helped us a lot. Now they're looking like, yo, we need these black public figures.
Listen,
that's why I rate the youths, you know. Because the youths, and this is what I'm trying to say, like, we've got to really encourage them. And not kind of, they're on smoke sometimes where it's a bit ignorant, but part of their ignorance is their beauty as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes we come with all of them, bruv, lie that, don't do this. But why, like?
Yeah.
Why? Let them be free and we can guide them. We can be around them.
You're
to just back them if they fall.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to let them bust that door that ain't been open yet.
100%.
You see what I'm trying to say? Because even the young girls, the young guys, they're on it and they are the ones that are saying, fuck this, I'm making 300 grand a month on YouTube.
Though,
can't chat to me.
Kojo, you know why?
I don't need your little thing that you're.
You know what that is? You see the youth. The youth pushes they actually move the culture. If it's remember, who buys music? It's the youth.
Yeah. I know that from radio.
Who deals with the fashion? When we was younger and we're putting socks in the front of our thing to keep our tongue and. Bro, the youths push fashion. Like the youths, like between 18 to 25, these are the ones that push in majority of the culture. We as the elders, obviously, sometimes like we're in an era now where we can actually bridge the gap between them. Whereas you see our parents, they couldn't bridge, they weren't nothing to bridge, so they were just telling us, no, do this, do that.
You know what's funny?
Blah, blah.
I was saying to myself the other day, I think these caps are like the new granddad hats, you know.
You think so?
Yeah, blood. You know what's mad, yeah? Because the granddad hats was that was their caps back in the day. I've seen my brother.
Got the new era.
One of these, man.
What you say? They don't do the new era.
You're gonna be licking granddad, and granddad's on.
But you get what I'm saying? The youth is
the new granddad.
The youth will always be the future because the youth always push the culture.
Yeah, definitely.
So you need the youth. Like what you're saying. Maybe we don't need to tell them now. Let them be free.
Just back them if they fall.
Yeah, just be at their back. Just keep an eye on them. Just so if they do mash up,
but some people need to understand. It's like, sorry to even be back to Clubhouse, but it's like raw. You can tell a guy's how he views things. He's not mature. He's not matured yet to understand things at a level we understand it. Because I'm telling you now. When I was at that age, you couldn't tell me none of that stuff anyway. So see, sometimes you need to read what he's on and how old he's. Some people will see a little 19-year-old you say something so wild, and next thing you know, we're all getting paid. Like, listen, you can see his maturity, and listen, make him understand. Bring him into one of your spaces and make him understand where your point of view. Some people will just take something and run with it. It's like imagine giving up one of them people with no name on Instagram, no one follower saying something wild, and where everyone makes a big fucking something.
I can't lie, those are the ones that actually make all the controversy. Them pages that have nothing.
No, but it's still.
But I hear you. No,
it's still stand on something, innit?
Yeah,
you can't give someone that ain't got no understanding of nothing, never experienced nothing, and then start making something.
Make assumption off of that. Yeah,
not make sense. Still
cool. Obviously, we've been there for a time now. You get me? And we could be here all night. Obviously, we're gonna wrap this up.
I've got something to even say to you as well. I forgot before you say that. Boom, 15% off. 50%.
What, off the studio?
No.
What, landlord? What, 15% off, bro? Landlord.
All Music Life Culture podcasts, stakeout. As soon as you go there, make a phone call. You can pick up 15% off. Anyone
stakeout, yeah?
Stakeout.
Okay. 15% off.
If you all you got to do is state Music Life Culture, and that's it.
Music Lifestyle Culture.
Music Lifestyle Culture, yeah, man.
Say my podcast better, my brother. You get me? Yeah, plug in my thing. You plug this stakeout, you get me? But you try to say my thing immediately, you get me? Hey, yo, my people. Thank you, everyone, for joining. You lot, thank you, man. Welcome to another episode of Music Lifestyle Culture. Like, subscribe, love to my brothers. Follow them. Follow man's brother. What's your podcast?
DMD podcast. Check it out. It's on YouTube.
Spotify, everywhere. 100%, man. 100%.
You need to get on a t-shirt as well, you know. You're my people.
That
slogan there.
We got it designed.
All right, cool.
Name, trademark, everything.
Make sure.
Done.